The screens flicker with an eerie blue glow as a perfect digital replica stares back at you, blinking in perfect synchronization with movements that feel, unnaturally human. If you're ready to dive into the most groundbreaking technology that's reshaping human identity itself, smash that subscribe button right now, and drop a comment telling us what you think about AI creating perfect copies of ourselves. Because what you're about to discover will fundamentally change how you see the future of digital interaction forever. The laboratory hums with the quiet intensity of silicon minds processing millions of facial micro-expressions per second. Deep within Meta's research facilities, engineers have cracked the code that philosophers and scientists have pondered for decades: how to create a perfect digital twin of a human being. The technology doesn't just capture your appearance. It learns the subtle way your left eyebrow raises when you're skeptical, the precise angle of your smile when genuine joy crosses your face, even the microscopic tremor in your voice when you're passionate about a subject. This isn't simple animation or basic deepfake technology. Meta's latest AI avatar generator represents a quantum leap beyond anything we've seen before. The system analyzes thousands of facial landmarks, studying the unique topology of your features with mathematical precision that rivals forensic identification systems. Every freckle becomes a coordinate point. Every laugh line transforms into data that feeds sophisticated neural networks trained on millions of human expressions. The AI doesn't just mimic, it understands the biomechanics of human emotion. The processing power behind this technology would have seemed impossible just 5 years ago. Specialized GPUs work in parallel, calculating light reflections, skin subsurface scattering, and the complex interplay of muscles beneath facial skin that creates authentic human expression. But here's where it gets truly revolutionary. The AI doesn't just create a static avatar, it generates a dynamic digital consciousness that can learn your speech patterns, your mannerisms, your unique way of gesturing when you explain complex ideas. The neural networks have been trained on terabytes of human behavioral data, learning not just what humans look like, but how they move, breathe, and unconsciously adjust their posture during different emotional states. This creates avatars that don't just look real, they behave real. The implications are staggering when you realize that these digital twins can operate independently, maintaining conversations, creating content, and even making decisions based on learned behavioral patterns from their human counterparts. We're witnessing the birth of digital immortality. The technology combines computer vision, natural language processing, and advanced rendering engines that work in real time to create interactions so seamless that distinguishing between human and avatar becomes genuinely challenging. Early beta testers report feeling, unsettled by the uncanny accuracy of their digital selves. Meta's researchers spent 3 years perfecting the voice synthesis component alone, making sure that not just the words sound right, but the breathing patterns, the subtle pauses, and even the way certain consonants are emphasized match the original person perfectly. The system captures biometric data that goes far beyond surface appearance, analyzing heart rate variations that affect skin tone, micro-expressions that last mere milliseconds, and even the unique way each person's eyes move when processing different types of information. The $1,799 price point represents Meta's strategic positioning in what analysts predict will become a $1 trillion market within the next decade. This isn't just expensive because of development costs. It's priced to create exclusivity in the early adoption phase. Premium pricing serves multiple purposes in emerging technology markets, creating perceived value while limiting the initial user base to serious adopters who will provide valuable feedback for system refinement. Meta learned from previous product launches that controlled rollouts prevent server overloads and negative publicity from buggy early versions. The company invested over $2.8 billion in research and development for this avatar system alone, with specialized teams working on everything from photorealistic rendering to emotional intelligence algorithms. The pricing reflects not just current costs, but projected development expenses for continuous improvements over the next 5 years. Industry insiders suggest that Meta views this as a loss leader, expecting to recoup investments through licensing deals with enterprise clients, entertainment companies, and eventually through reduced production costs, as the technology scales to millions of users. The business model extends far beyond individual consumers, with corporations already expressing interest in creating branded avatars for customer service, sales presentations, and training programs. A single enterprise license can generate revenue streams that dwarf individual consumer sales. Early market research indicates that consumers are willing to pay premium prices for technology that promises digital immortality, with focus groups showing acceptance rates above 60% for the current pricing structure among high-income demographics. The competitive landscape includes companies like DID, HeyGen, and emerging startups, but Meta's integration with existing social media platforms creates natural distribution advantages that justify premium positioning in the market. Financial projections suggest that avatar technology could become a significant revenue stream for Meta, potentially generating over $15 billion annually within 5 years as prices decrease and adoption rates increase exponentially. The technology's enterprise applications extend into industries like healthcare, where digital patient avatars could revolutionize telemedicine, and education, where historical figures could be recreated for immersive learning experiences. Meta's pricing strategy also considers the psychological value proposition. Users aren't just buying software, they're investing in a digital version of themselves that could potentially outlive their biological existence, creating perceived value that transcends typical technology purchases. The beta testing phase revealed fascinating insights about human psychology and digital identity that nobody anticipated when development began 4 years ago. Users report forming emotional attachments to their avatars within hours of creation. Sarah Chen, a marketing executive from San Francisco, described her experience. "It was like meeting a long-lost twin who knew everything about me but could do things I never could." She used her avatar to deliver presentations in languages she doesn't speak fluently. So, corporate early adopters are discovering applications that weren't originally envisioned, with one Fortune 500 company using avatars for internal training programs. This actually allows employees to practice difficult conversations in a psychologically safe environment. The entertainment industry is honestly particularly excited about possibilities for posthumous performances, with estates of deceased celebrities already inquiring about creating authorized digital versions for future films and concerts. And in healthcare, providers are exploring therapeutic applications where patients with social anxiety can practice interactions with their own avatars, building confidence in a controlled digital environment before real-world applications. Educational institutions are reporting some remarkable engagement increases when historical figures are presented as interactive avatars rather than just static images or traditional videos, with students showing 40% better retention rates in preliminary studies. The technology is also creating new job categories, with avatar consultants and digital identity specialists emerging as professionals who help individuals and companies optimize their digital representations for specific purposes and audiences. Legal professionals are, grappling with unprecedented questions about avatar rights, intellectual property, and the potential for misuse, which is leading to the development of entirely new areas of digital law and ethics. Early adopters describe the experience as simultaneously thrilling and unsettling, with many reporting dreams about conversations with their digital selves and philosophical questions about the nature of identity and consciousness. The social implications are honestly profound as people begin to consider how their avatars might represent them in digital spaces long after they're gone, leading to new conversations about digital legacy and posthumous digital presence. The long-term implications of perfect digital twins extend far beyond entertainment and social media, potentially reshaping fundamental concepts of human identity, mortality, and consciousness in ways that society is only beginning to comprehend. As artificial intelligence approaches human-level capabilities in creating digital representations, we're witnessing the early stages of what could be, honestly, the most significant transformation in human communication since the invention of written language. The technology raises profound questions about authenticity in an age where perfect digital copies become indistinguishable from reality, forcing society to develop new frameworks for understanding truth, identity, and human connection. Future developments promise even more sophisticated avatars that could potentially capture not just appearance and behavior, but personality traits, decision-making patterns, and creative capabilities, essentially creating digital versions of human consciousness. The convergence of avatar technology with virtual and augmented reality platforms suggests a future where physical presence becomes optional for many human interactions, fundamentally altering social structures and relationship dynamics. Educational systems worldwide are preparing for a future where personalized AI tutors, created as avatars of master teachers, could provide individualized instruction at scale, potentially revolutionizing how knowledge is transmitted across cultures and generations. The business world anticipates a transformation where remote work evolves beyond video calls to immersive avatar-based interactions that maintain human connection while transcending physical limitations and geographical boundaries. Privacy advocates warn about potential misuse scenarios where unauthorized avatars could be created for malicious purposes, highlighting the need for robust legal frameworks and technical safeguards to protect individual digital rights. Mental health professionals are studying the psychological impacts of interacting with perfect digital versions of ourselves, exploring both therapeutic benefits and potential risks of deep avatar relationships. The technology's evolution suggests that within a decade, creating and maintaining a digital avatar might become as common as having a social media profile, fundamentally changing how humans present themselves in digital spaces. As we stand at this technological crossroads, the choices made today about avatar development, regulation, and implementation will determine whether this revolutionary technology enhances human potential or creates new forms of digital division and inequality. The AI revolution in avatar generation represents more than just impressive technology. It's a mirror reflecting humanity's desire to transcend physical limitations and create lasting digital legacies that preserve the essence of who we are. Whether Meta's $1,799 avatar generator becomes the iPhone of digital identity or remains a premium novelty depends largely on how society adapts to the profound questions it raises about authenticity, identity, and what it truly means to be human in an increasingly